exactly what was removed. How do we get this information now in the public domain?
So it's quite simple, Peter. The CFMEU administrator who was appointed after it was exposed the CFMEU was infiltrated by organised crime and bikie gangs. The administrator was handpicked by Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister.
Also probably infiltrated by police, lawyers and judges to become a big corruption group, as human history is showing, big gangsters and all that. They can't become powerful without the corruption of lawyers and judges and police officers. So unless we start seeing those type of people go down, you won't see any real people go down in that group. Because I guarantee you, I'm getting attacked by these people from that group. And if I'm still getting attacked, then you've got a long way to go. Hopefully, you'll get it sorted soon, because it's sort of part of a Bella story too, where Bella says that you've got to wait for the system to get this group to go down that they have a relationship with. And then you might get progress. So I guess that gives me the answer of why I'm not getting progress, me and my mum and all that, because we have this team in Australia fucking everyone over. And they're doing such a good job that Australians are missing out on good people, because they're killing them, literally, or they're solely, so they can't be them later on. So they're going around quickly destroying these things. They got paid from another country as well. Wouldn't surprise me. Going around quickly fucking up Australia so it can barely probably never recover. But anyway, it's another bit of a story later on. It's a theory story, so I've got a few about what's going on and trying to find answers myself. Why people, when you got the answers of the truth, why lawyers and people are denying those answers of truth. All right? Well, I just had my lawyer call back. Now, is your lawyer meant to be a lawyer for you? Or for C? Now, my lawyer just said I'll probably have to be a lawyer because he does not want to listen to me. And he wants to tell me what I should do. How shocking is that? Sounds just like the group, doesn't it, people? That's what's happening. You talk about that he needs all this information to help me. The threats were, even though I've got the evidence of these people attacking me, doesn't matter. He's threatened me, just like what this group would do. Well, shitload of information that will help him, that people will see. But like I said, these demons, you can't speak about them. Isn't that weird? Even your lawyer will stick up for them. I'm not worried about no false complaints. That's what I keep trying to tell my lawyer. I don't worry about someone that has previously tried to kill me, and I have witnesses, threatens to kill me, stolen from me previously. But you know what I'm worried about now? I'm worried about my lawyer. You see, people? I'm not worried about... As well as the system he works in. Shit! Approached him the way I did with the chainsaw. That's nothing compared to what this guy has done to me. This guy is worried and ran off the lawyers. I've already admitted and talked why those incidents happen. Why haven't these other people admitted things? Oh, hang on. They got this group to protect them. You guys like to work together. They even give him work. It's funny, since I got attacked by this fella, this group turned up to high probability, because that's how it looks, and gave him a job. Oh, because he's just like them. So that's what happens, hey, Mr. Lawyer Man? They give you a job. You people should be more worried about checking some evidence for real. He even told me it didn't even matter if I got an IBO. My IBO, when it goes through, will show that his IBO was fake, right? I bet ya this dodgy lawyer is part of why my mum couldn't get one, with a dodgy judge. Wouldn't surprise me at all. In fact, I'm going to send this clip to my mum, because she's about to sort out that and find out what's going on with these dodgy people that say do the paperwork like this and then say it's wrong over and over again. Come on, you dodgy bloody people.
And if their RBO is fake, and I'm faking RBOs, a police officer made one as well, that is fake. If they did their jobs in the first place when they attacked me and choked me after stealing from me, and claims of threats and all sorts
That's why
of
I'm
things.
not scared of these people. Because they're scared of them not doing their job in the first place. And then they go, oh yeah, now he's a person like us that we can back up to put these other people down so we don't look like we're not doing our job. Sad creatures they are, eh, people? Bet you the real estates and all that kind of thing's part of it too.
They would already have these things.
You know, where they could get some more money from people. That's true. Real estate's into it. They can up the rent and you wouldn't even be able to do nothing about it. There's another problem Australians have been having. I wonder where that come from.
That they put onto me, onto them.
And we hear that this team have got billions and billions of dollars really quick. Well, when you put up money like that in all sorts of areas, it doesn't take long.
Have to do anything to put onto
Everyone
me.
gets to milk Australia, isn't it sad?
That's the main aim of the story.
Because they got lawyers and the system on their side. Sad.
Trying to scare tactic me and tell me that I'm a poor man and you better shut your fucking hole, otherwise you won't get a lawyer.
That's what they're saying to Australia in a big scale, people, too.
How dare they? And so I've loaded up what I do best, showing evidence and keeping evidence for a real court system later on. And if they want to try to hide that evidence...
I try to show my evidence the best I can, but they make sure the best stuff is hidden so they can propaganda with their lawyer friends.
Well, they just show what they are. Isn't that right,
and their
everybody?
police friends and stuff like that, because that's who come and hand the paperwork with their lawyer friends.
Australia Legal Aid. What a joke. The lawyer said, what happens if they show their evidence? And I said to the lawyer, what evidence? It's fake. What happens if I show my evidence if I finally can?
Oh, hang on. It won't able to because this lawyer works for them.
What happens there, Mr. Lawyer Man? Shit, I wouldn't worry about...
But thanks for letting me know, because if I finally do get some progress, or Australians do, I know where you sit, mate, Mr. Lawyer Man, with these type of people.
Fake shit, they've done it through housing and other departments where they send off claims and they had nothing because all they do is spit lies and fake. This is how much it goes back. That was about 3 years ago. They tried every department with just words and spells or something because everyone believes them. But I don't, because I know they had nothing and they should be worried about what they did to me when I first was out there cleaning and being a righteous person, right? But no, you always worry about them. Go get another job.
Here's one of their friends now with another job. See how it malfunctions?
He also told me there's a correction thing here where you haven't done anything. Corrections. You should be worried about that.
See, it wouldn't surprise me that this team did all these type of bullying to get strippers and other things like that, to get their outcomes, isn't it? You need these areas, don't you? All right, because when you get pushed to the next area, they control that one too once they force you into it. You know, let's continue.
No, I'm not worried about that because we went to corrections to make sure that things will be corrected right. And they didn't like to be videoed in some areas, as they like to hide evidence and speak that we didn't.
Yep, far as I'm concerned, and I'll debate people all day long unless it's private information, but definitely if it comes to the work and the work is about for the whole, if people hide information or don't like to be videoed, it's because they're corrupted or they can't be what they really are. Both things aren't good, eh, people? So I'm happy to debate these type of people in these type of areas all day long. that they can be easily shameless because they just hide evidence. And if they were really what they are, they would get recorded, right? Just like how the police record the people.
Do things. I have 2 other witnesses that made sure...
I'm not saying that the people can just record people and put them up on YouTube and make funny faces and stuff like that. But if people have got a reason to post something because something's happening and the system doesn't allow it to be fixed, then people should have their right to post up things to help the system get fixed in a righteous way. Definitely if your debate is righteous, right? But instead, all we have is these CCMEU, PPP, Li, Chinese people just take over the place. Isn't that sad?
We went to corrections to make sure that we can get things done right and to contact this. We have recorded
because if you don't do what they say, they do tricks like this and will threaten you to be locked up if you don't pay. Pretty fucking sad, eh? What do you reckon, Mum? I'll send you this clip.
When it comes to corrections and the little things that they offer...
I hope you send it to a decent lawyer, Mum, because this other one we've got wouldn't trust with a 10-foot pole.
You for us. So I'm not scared about corrections either, as I brought in witnesses and people to help me to make sure that corrections was correct. And yet all I get is paperwork because once again, I'm going against demons that are fake. See you later.
And see, the people that are my witnesses are also having troubles with getting paperwork done on the truth. Right? So now one day you'd see in my story the people that are helping me getting the same attacks that I got, right, and getting nowhere. Fucking sad, eh? So this team is definitely functioning quite well. In fact, sometimes these teams get news people to speak stories or they let a little bit go down, like a drug team, how they let a little drug bust get caught so they can do a bigger thing over there or keep going. So that wouldn't surprise me here in Australia, as we've failed in a lot of areas. That's why we're having a lot of problems. That's what's going down. Just another story, trickery. They'll even make money out of it. Because like I said, they've got lawyers and all sorts of things that they need to find in this area and start from there before they get anywhere.
Why don't you talk about that?
I might even have one of them here on your list for you. And a town where they might be home-based at, mainly, because big groups would be more corrupted and home-based in certain towns and areas where they spread out from and push their influence.
The lawyer man. But once again, I'm invisible. I don't exist. See you later.
I wasn't going to say much more after this, but I guess they would say maybe God might be on my side to get me to speak about this type of thing, but this is definitely nearly the last thing I've got to say. Got nothing more to say except stay in my home and protect myself from these corrupted team that's out there attacking us and getting our girlfriends to become strippers and stuff like that.
And when it comes to my YouTube channel, everybody, apparently that makes me look worse. Bloody hell. What else have they got? Well, it looks like when I go to court, it's Arkstra and another in German, because I'm not guilty, and no lawyers want to do their job properly and look at evidence, so I can show that.
There might be a lot of them corrupted in these areas, people, but we keep on trucking, because that's what it's like in corruption. Even though you go, fuck, I want to give up, shit like that, as long as you're still alive, you better do something, because if you do nothing, things only get worse, so.
I'm not guilty.
They'll try to make it worse that you're doing something, but that's how it goes. You have to keep going, all right? Otherwise, that little worse will always stay. It's like blackmail. The only way to get rid of it is to solve the problem of what the blackmail. So maybe redeem yourself, right? And then go, now I don't have to have torture and what's worse over there, that punishment, because you want to blackmail. That's what people do all the time. They believe to work with another group so they don't get the big punishment now, but it's probably best in most blackmail outcomes, definitely if it's got to do with the group, because they won't stop blackmailing. They won't stop. All right? So you'll get a way worse outcome than just admitting it. And sadly, even God tries to teach you that punishment. If you just admitted it ages ago, it would have been an easier life, a quicker to get over and heal life. Right? It's by quickly admitting what is when it needs to be. Where it's not going to have the hide and run off. It's making your life worse. Go redeem yourself. But anyway.
What happens when you're at a corrupted court?
That's what I started to do. I thought when I got to change my life, I might as well talk about all the baddest things I did. I did it to my parents too, about what I stole and did. When I knew I was going to stop, I went and told so they didn't have to Mr. Nobody. It helped them get answers and clarity, and it helped me move on and heal and go, look, I don't have to worry about that ever popping up again. I feel good that I've admitted my wrongs and healed through it. The sooner you do that, the better, and then hopefully it never happens again. Huh?
I said it keeps continuing, doesn't it? So I keep speaking about it. If I see corruption, I will speak about corruption. Isn't that sad?
As like I just said, I'm a new person from 5 years ago. Right? I'm a person now, if something come up that I forgot about, I will fix it. I won't go, nah, or I'll just leave it and walk away when the problem is there and exists and people know. Right? That's why you sort it. But what have we got out in the world now? Everyone running away from their problems or don't want to admit it or just leave it.
They can literally just ditch.
And they do all that because people can't even go back on certain stories. They're all stuck in there now. And there's a lot of problems that all add up that makes everyone continue with these choices that are happening. Because everyone themselves singly can't go back to that just stop. Can they start on? They can't. And so they all run around in their groups with their corruption until they megally get caught or killed by it. The problems they cause.
Yeah. And then have bad people attack you. See you later. Well, it looks like when I would advise you like Donald Trump does. I would advise you bring in the army to sort out those violent police officers.
Anyway, there's a few more there. Thought I'd just play a couple while I'm showing me a point and I can whack this into a folder. Like I said, there's certain people that like to say that things don't help me. When it comes to corruption, are they even looking at the right channel? These are the things that I'm still worrying about, everybody. They could be looking at fake shit and don't even really look at the true shit or ask questions about what I am and that they can so easily pick and choose and be corrupted and tricked behind the scenes and not even know it in certain ways. A little bit like the Nazi town people that I've talked about before, how they just kept in the corner but they knew things were going on. They can be people like that too. That makes them sleep better at night, apparently, pretending that they're not really part of it, but they actually are. So have a good one out there, everybody. Corruption, eh? That'll explain why you hear bikies, see bikies, work vehicles. That'll explain why they want to try to delete my information. You can get tools easily these days to delete hard drives and that. We live in a scary world. They want information to know when they can get to your tools, to do these things with these tools, to hack, all these things. If you had this team, I guarantee you they'll be doing all those things. And so that'll explain a lot in my story, wouldn't it? In fact, if there was anything to do with energy and other things like that I've talked about, they would have them on their team because that's what you would need to get corruption done, is to have more corruption people who can allow more corruption to happen. Right? See you later. And I'm up every night because I'm waiting for one of these people to come and kill me, just like they said to my face, and a team. So I'm tired a lot. I have cystic fibrosis. I've already prepared myself for death. I've nearly died plenty of times in my life. It sucks that we die. I wouldn't want to die, but fuck, I'm ready. Right? Like I said, I'm not scared of death. All I can do is sit here and wait. See you later. But I don't want to die. You get it? But I also have healed so I can move on with my life. Otherwise, the things that they're trying to make me scared of, which is death and all that, I would have been in my corner most of my life. So I had to heal through that feeling of you can die tomorrow. Alright? It also helped me be a better man and see life better than they do. See you later.